Sistemi informatici intelligenti, questa è una definizione da manuale di quella che oggi chiamiamo intelligenza artificiale. E voi come la definireste? Noi di Pop News abbiamo girato questa domanda a Yann LeCun, Chief AI Scientist di Meta, intervenuto alla SAI Conference, incontro dedicato all'intelligenza artificiale organizzato dal Siena Artificial Intelligence Hub.
And it's essentially the ability to perceive, reason, and then act, so as to satisfy some objective. Think of an animal or a human or a robot or a virtual robot, something that just answers questions, solve problems, perceive the world, reason and solve problems, and then act.
Una domanda che in tanti si fanno quando si parla di AI. Dobbiamo avere paura dell'intelligenza artificiale?
We should be excited about artificial intelligence because the potential benefits are enormous. Like every powerful technology, it can be used for good things and bad things. And one question you might ask is whether our institutions or society is organized to maximize the good effects and minimize the bad effects. And depending on how much you trust the institutions and whether you trust humanity to do good things, then you might have an opinion that AI is going to be used primarily for good things and bad things. I'm a humanist. I believe in humanity. I think our democratic institutions are solid despite all the threats to them. And so I think AI is going to be used mostly for good things, for advancing science and medicine, for automating production of a lot of things, for helping make people more creative, more productive. And frankly, I think AI is going to bring in a new renaissance for humanity, really, because it's going to amplify human intelligence. It's going to make everybody smarter.
Delle parole più ricercate negli ultimi mesi sui motori di ricerca è stata sicuramente ChatGPT. Preparatevi perché da oggi all'interno del nostro vocabolario quotidiano entrerà un nuovo termine, AIGIPA. Ecco come funziona.
The way that AI systems that can recognize images were built until recently was using something called supervised learning. So you would collect millions of images, photos with, let's say, a car, an airplane, a table, a chair, a cat or a dog or something. And then you would show the image to the system, set the image of a cat. If the system says cat, you do nothing. If the system says something else, then you tell it, no, this is a cat. And then the system kind of adjusts itself so that the answer it produces gets closer to the one you want, to cat, okay? That's called supervised learning. And the problem with this is that you need millions of examples of every category. Now, there's a new technique that appeared in the last several years called self-supervised learning. And there, you don't train the system for any particular task. You just train it to sort of represent images or represent text. And then after that, you train it for a task like recognizing cats and dogs, right? And the way this works is that you take a piece of text, a few hundred or a few thousand words long, you remove some of the words, you replace them by a blank marker, and then you give that corrupted text to a very large deep learning system, a learning system, and you train it to predict the words that are missing. So you tell it, the cat chases the blank in the kitchen. And the system predicts, well, it's probably a mouse, or maybe it's a laser pointer. And it gives you a long list of scores for each word in the dictionary as to whether the word is likely to appear at that location.
Qual è la filosofia di Meta se parliamo di intelligenza artificiale? Come interpreta questa risorsa l'azienda che nel 2004 ha cambiato le nostre vite con il primo social network di massa?
Meta has a philosophy about research and technology that all the basic platforms of technology should be open. They should be open source. So all the research should be published and all the platforms that are used by everyone should be open source, because that's the only way to make them basically safe and secure and also usable by everybody. So So Facebook very much has this philosophy that AI systems in particular should be open source. This is very different from other companies that are not revealing the internal structure of their AI systems. But I think they need to be open. And the reason is that in the future, 10 years from now maybe, all of us will be interacting with the digital world through the intermediary of an AI system. We will not be going to Google or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. We'll be talking to our AI assistant. And our AI assistant will help us filter the good information and educate us in things we don't know, help us in our daily lives. And if those systems are closed and proprietary, owned by a small number of companies, it's very dangerous because those companies can influence the opinion and culture, right? So it would be much better if those systems basically constituted the repository of all human knowledge. If they were open, kind of like Wikipedia. Wikipedia is open, it's free, it's built by contributors, volunteers. AI systems of the future will be the same way.